His birth for as many crores of births. Now we don't use the crore word here in the West, but it means 10 million. You see. For as many tens of millions of births as it may require me to suffer the reactions of my previous deeds, let me suffer that properly. So I'll never forget Krishna. So actually a devotee, even if there's sinful reactions there, it doesn't matter to him. He sees this is just purification. I'm going through a purification process here, you see. That's it. He doesn't think, oh, this is horrible, Krishna. No. Oh, I'm being purified, right? It's a cleansing experience. He doesn't take it in a negative way. Devotee has a very positive viewpoint. He sees everything in a positive way. Therefore he's called Dita, one who is never disturbed. Even material desires come to him, you see. Because after all, in this world, we're being bombarded with propaganda to enjoy material sense gratification. So even the thought of sense gratification sometimes passes through his brain. It doesn't disturb him, he just lets it pass through, you see. Apuryamanam machala pratishtam samudramapa pravishanti yadvat tadvat kamayam pravidanti sarve shishantam abnoti nakamakami. This is described by Krishna in chapter 2, text 70 of Bhagavad Gita. A person who is not disturbed by the incessant flow of material desires that enter like rivers into the ocean, which is ever being stilled which is ever being filled but always remains still, can alone achieve peace, and not the man who strives to satisfy such desires. So just consider the example given by Krishna of the ocean. During the rainy season, so many rivers are flooding the ocean with billions of gallons of water, isn't it? But the ocean stays at the same level all the time. So even if a devotee is being bombarded sometimes due to his previous sinful activities with, so many dirty thoughts come in, lusty thoughts or greedy thoughts or angry thoughts come flowing into his consciousness. Is he disturbed by them? No. So how does the river get rid of the water? It evaporates. The excess water is evaporated. That's where we get our rain from. The rain falls, it goes down on the earth, it flows into the rivers, goes to the ocean, evaporates and comes back again, it gets recycled. So, the devotee simply, these thoughts, he just lets them evaporate. He doesn't get carried away by them, they just evaporate with his consciousness. Therefore he's never disturbed. Even some negative energy thoughts come into his brain, they just evaporate, he just evaporates them. And then he's okay. He can remain fixed in Krishna consciousness. Hearing, chanting, remembering, serving, all the wonderful activities. He can meditate on Krishna, you see. If you want to be able to be transcendently situated beyond this material existence, it's not difficult. It's not difficult to be transcendental, even while you're here earning a living, raising a family, going to school, whatever you may be doing. If you learn the art of bhakti, you can be transcendently situated 24 hours a day beyond this material existence. One simply has to study the art from the bona fide spiritual master, from the bona fide devotees, from the bona fide scriptures. And you can be transcendently situated 24 hours a day, not affected by the material nature, impervious to the ups and downs of the material existence. Krishna tells us we have to tolerate these dualities. Matra sparsha stakonteya shitoshna sukha dukkada agamapayamo yashtam sutikshashva bharata. The non-permanent appearance of happiness and distress and their disappearance in due course are like the appearance and disappearance of the winter and summer seasons. One must learn to tolerate them, O sign of Bharata, without being disturbed. So if we find ourselves getting agitated by the dualities of this material existence, becoming elated When somebody tells me I'm pretty great or becoming depressed, when somebody tells me I'm a jerk, then we have to understand we're not in the right consciousness. A devotee, whether you criticize him or you glorify him, he experiences it as the same thing. It's all the mercy of Krishna. If you tell me I'm rascal number one, thank you. You help me to remember what is my actual position. If you tell me I'm great, I think, well, this is my spiritual master's mercy that somehow I'm able to do something to make that. Before I was simply causing havoc on this planet, but now by serving my spiritual master, people are appreciating me. Well, that's his mercy. Actually, he's being glorified. Because he turned me from a rascal into a devotee, engaged in Krishna service. So in this way, the devotee he takes full blame when he's criticized, and he passes the credit on to his spiritual master whenever he's glorified. He never wants to take the credit. Prabhupada showed this example. Such amazing accomplishment. Prabhupada would not take credit, he would always give credit to his spiritual master for everything he accomplished. He never said, oh, yeah, I'm a great preacher. No. He said, I have no qualification. Whatever I've accomplished is all the mercy of my spiritual master. But he said that if I have any credit at all, it is that I always faithfully serve the order of my spiritual master. So that's one thing we can claim. That, and of course we have to do that. But one thing we can claim is I'm faithfully serving the order of my spiritual master. So that is our actual position. If we want to be satisfied and happy in Krishna consciousness, if we want to transcend this material existence, we require a spiritual master. We require to serve a Vaishnava as good as God, actually. It's stated by Krishna in the Adi Purana to Arjuna. He says, Ye me bhakta jana parata na me bhaktastate janaha mad bhaktanam che ye bhaktas te me bhakta tamamata. My dear Arjuna, the one who is my devotee, na me bhakta. You can figure out the Sanskrit, that's pretty easy. Na me bhaktas. He's not my devotee. The one who claims to be my devotee, he's not my devotee. But the devotee of my devotee, he is my devotee. These devotees are so dear to Krishna, you see. They're so dear to him. Sadhunam hridayam mahyam. Sadhunam hridayam. Sadhunam hridayam mahyam. Sadhu, let's see, sadhavo hridayam mahyam. Sadhunam hridayam tvaham. Maranyate najananti naham tevyo managapi. Bhagavatam 9.468. Krishna says, the pure devotee is always situated within the core of my heart, and I am always within the heart of the devotee. The devotee knows nothing else but me, and I don't know anyone else except for my devotees. So just see how dear the devotees are to Krishna. He says, I only know my devotees. That's all I know of my devotees. My devotees don't know anyone else but me. You see. So, devotees are so dear to Krishna that he wants his devotees to be worshipped. He wants his devotees to be served. He wants his devotees to be surrendered to him. You see. He considers them more dear than his very self. So that's how we actually please Krishna. We find his pure devotee and we surrender. So in this movement we all have that wonderful opportunity. We have the greatest pure devotee, Gauranga Srila Prabhupada. By studying his teachings and serving his movement, it's like we have our center here, ISKCON in Copenhagen. You see. This is a manifestation of Prabhupada's mercy. So by serving this temple, this branch of ISKCON, this temple is very, very dear to Srila Prabhupada. So by serving this temple, you're directly serving the greatest devotee of the Lord. the Jagat Guru, the spiritual master of the whole universe. By helping this temple to be successful, by playing some role here in this temple, whatever you can do, then you're doing great service. You're serving this great exalted personality, His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. And this is actually a key given in the Bhagavatam, first canto, of how you can develop taste for the name, taste for Krishna Katha. It's described there. Shushur Shurshadadamnasha Vasadeva Katha Ruchi Shanmahat Sevavyavipa Punya Sevana Kirtanat. By serving that devotee who is completely free from all vice, great service is done. By such service, one gains an affinity for hearing the messages of Vasudeva. You see, at the present moment, we're very addicted to hearing mundane. We're very addicted to hearing mundane things. What's the latest news? What's happening in Crimea? What's happening with MH370? We're interested. What's going on in the world? What's going on in sports? What's going on in politics? What's going on in the entertainment industry? We're addicted to hearing all these kinds of mundane kathas. And we're not so attracted to hearing about Krishna. But we have to learn how to become attracted to hearing about Krishna, because that's the original taste. These other tastes are actually not very satisfying. They're superficial. They don't nourish the soul. They only titillate the mind a little bit, that's all. They don't nourish the soul within. They don't enable one to cross over the ocean of birth and death and achieve the spiritual existence, the paravyoma. So to actually qualify ourselves to cross over that ocean, we have to develop this taste for hearing about Krishna Katha. And that's why we have these centers. We have Krishna Katha going on here every day. By coming here, hearing about Krishna, you gradually get more and more of a taste. And that taste is the most important thing. Whatever you have a taste for, that's what you'll attain after you leave your body. You see. Whatever is your strongest taste, that's where your mind will go at the time of death, and that will carry you to your next body. So we want to develop that taste. We want to become mad after God, you see. Mad after Krishna. Always eager, how can I hear more about Krishna, you see. I remember a perverted reflection of that back when I was a kid in high school when something happened in the US. It was called the Beatles invasion. And the young girls were mad after the Beatles. I remember on the school bus coming home after school every day, I'd hear them all talking, which one do you, I like John the best, I like Paul the best, which one do you like the best? It was all Beatles, Beatles, Beatles. Even in the student newspaper they're writing about, the Beatles. Everything was Beatle guitar. Beatles, 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 Beatles. They were mad after the Beatles. So just as there was Beatlemania, now there's also Krishna mania. So we have to become like them. We have to be Krishna, we have to become infected with the disease known as Krishna mania. Krishna. I want to talk about Krishna, I want to hear about Krishna. Krishna. When can I see Krishna? When can I hear about Krishna? Everything. It's like a Beatle fan, a Krishna fan. We have to become mad after Krishna. I want to read about him, I want to see pictures of him. It's just the same thing in the pure form. You see? That same enthusiasm they had reading articles about the Beatles, looking at magazines about the Beatles, looking at pictures of the Beatles, hearing the Beatles, everything, going to a concert of the Beatles, that same mentality, that same type of intense desires, we have to develop that for Krishna. Mad after God. I want to hear about Krishna, I want to talk about him, I want to think about him. I'm dreaming of meeting him. All these things should be become very, very intense within the heart of the devotee, you see. My beloved Lord Krishna, I just want to hear about him, talk about him, meditate on his amazing qualities. I mean, once you start thinking about Krishna, really going deep into the descriptions given by the great Vaishnavas and in the scriptures, it just becomes more and more amazing. The deeper you get into it, it becomes more and more amazing. It becomes absolutely astounding the more you get into it. Anganniyasya sakalendriya virtimanti. So many ananda chinmaya rasatmataya manasu ya praninam pratipalam smadatam upecha lila yatena bhuvanatni jayatya jashram govindamadi purusham damaham bhajami. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, whose glory ever triumphantly dominates the mundane world by the activity of his own pastimes, being reflected in the minds of recollecting souls as the transcendental entity of ever blissful cognitive rasa. Now that's amazing, you think about that. Krishna's glory, you see there's so many things that are considered glorious here, in the material world. But actually Krishna's glory is completely dwarf every glorious thing that has ever been glorified in the history of the universe. You see, his pastimes ever triumphantly dominate. You see, every single Leela of Krishna completely defeats the attractiveness or the glories of anything that's ever happened here. It's like here in Denmark, they may have the big proud of their, Danish history. Or in America, see, I don't know, but I grew up in America. We were so ingrained. Yes, it was so great. Our forefathers at Valley Forge, George Washington and Valley Forge, where everybody has their training according to their country you've grown up, and to worship your forefathers. What a great culture, Yeah, we got rid of those Britishers. We got independence, we worship our flag, the Star-Spangled Banner. We have a song called the Star-Spangled Banner. We grew up singing it. And, our hearts would go, singing the Star-Spangled Banner, So this whole thing, we're just but it's completely perverted. The real thing is to just become completely awed by the amazing pastimes of Krishna. And then Brahmaji states how they're reflected in the minds of recollecting souls. So, in other words, and that's pretty amazing. Just like, maybe an event happening somewhere, but then you can also see it on television. It's like a reflection of the thing, you see. Maybe some live sporting event happening over here, but then over here it's on the television set. So it's being reflected in the TV set. So in the same way, the recollecting souls, the pure devotees who are absorbed in Krishna Smaranam, they're like mirrors that are reflecting the pastimes of Krishna. By tuning into these recollecting souls, you see, they're like TV sets transmitting. In other words, through them you can connect with the pastimes of Krishna, that's the point. Because they're totally absorbed in the pastimes of Krishna. The qualities of Krishna and the glories of Krishna. Because they're totally absorbed in these things, if you can connect with them, through them you can also get the vision, just like Dhritarashtra was able to see what was happening in the battlefield of Kurukshetra by what means? Through Sanjaya, who had telepathic power, who could actually see what was going on, you see. So by connecting with these great personalities described as the recollecting souls, you see, then we can actually connect with those pastimes of Krishna. It's amazing qualities, the glories of Krishna. Krishna is called Manahar because he captures the mind, the heart. He steals away the heart. Once you come in contact with Krishna, then you lose all desire for anything else. Everything else becomes insignificant. This is why one gopi girl, I was telling you the other day, one gopi girl, she warned her gopi girl. Smeran bangi traya parachitam sachi vishtena drishyam Vangshinasta kishalayam mudadam chandakim Govindakyam hanitanam atiha kirtai sikirtu patante ma prakshishtas Ma Pikshistastaviyali Sake Bandhu Sange Stiranga. Oh Saki, my dear friend, oh Saki, do not go to Jamuna Bank tonight. Because if you go there, you will see this smiling Vaidya Govinda. And he's putting his flute to his lips, which are just like newly blossomed twigs. His transcendental body, bending in 3 places, is shining oh so bright in the moonlight. So if you have any desire to continue enjoying society, friendship, and love in this world, then don't you dare get close to the Jamuna Bank tonight. Because you'll forget everything else, you see. Actually, that happened in the gopis. When Krishna played his flute, everything was forgotten, you see. Their chastity as pious wives was completely forgotten, you see. Their guardians, their husbands, or their parents, or whoever was, said, don't go there. They were all forbidden to go, but every single gopi completely ignored the advice of their guardians and went anyway. They wanted to be nicely dressed for Krishna, and they hurriedly try to make themselves nice, but in their rush, some of them put the upper part of the sari in the lower part of the body, and the lower part of the sari in the upper part. They're completely disoriented in their madness to go to Krishna in the forest. Completely carried away. They're the epitome of Krishna consciousness, the gopis. Even Lord Chaitanya, even though he's sannyasi, still he always said there is no one who has devotion like these gopis. They are the topmost emblem of devotion to Krishna. And that mood of the gopis, actually, that was cultivated by Gauranga Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, we have to develop this intense desire to always hear about Krishna, to always talk about Krishna, to always serve Krishna. We want to be with Krishna. Prabhupada said that we should develop these feelings. Actually, he told the Beatles they should write songs of separation from Krishna. And George took him up on it. My Sweet Lord is a song of separation from Krishna. My dear, oh my Lord, I want to see you, I want to be with you, but it takes so long, my Lord, you see. I'm hankering. When can I see you? When can I be with you? Papa really liked that song. He heard that song, My Sweet Lord. I want to be with you, I want to see you, but it takes so long, my Lord, you see. So that intense mood we should cultivate. I want to see Krishna, I want to be with Krishna. I want to experience Krishna completely. But now here I am in this material world, battling it out with the modes of nature. I have to get out of this position. Hankering, when will that day be mine? Just like that very nice song by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Kabe habe bolo se dinam. When will that day be mine? When my offenses ceasing, taste for the name increasing, when in my heart will your mercy shine? Aparada gucci, shudana meruchi, kripa bole habe hridoye sanchar. Kabe habe bolo se dinama. When will that day be mine? This is the mood. Our acharyas are teaching us how we should be feeling, how should we be thinking, what should be our attitude as we go through our daily activities. We see the deities, we should think, why they look to me like statues? This is my misfortune. When I was with Prabhupada in Atlanta, I remember I was standing, Prabhupada was looking at Gornkai. I was standing just beside Prabhupada on his right side, just beside him. And he was looking at the deities. He said, Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda have appeared in Atlanta. And I was looking at the deities, and Prabhupada was looking at the deities. I understood his vision and my vision were quite different. You see? He's seeing actually Gauranitai standing in the Supreme. He's actually seeing Sri Gauranitai, the person standing, not seeing some statue. So in this way, I actually have time to run out. So maybe there's one or two questions you can try to answer. Yeah.
What is the exchange between the Vani form and the spiritual master and the disciple? And how does it work and how to take full advantage?
What is the Vani exchange? The Vani means the instructions or the vibrations of the spiritual master. So, it's very simple. That's actually, the Vani is what connects you with your spiritual master. Just like Prabhupada received the Vani to spread Krishna consciousness to the English-speaking world. So he embraced that order as his very life and soul, and that embracing of that Vani solidly connected him with Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And Prabhupada said, I always feel that my spiritual master is with me, he's seeing me, he's guiding me, he's blessing me. So if you actually embrace the instructions you receive from your spiritual master, then the spiritual master is always with you, he's always seeing you, he's always blessing you, he's always guiding you how to perfectly serve the mission of Lord Chaitanya and how to perfectly qualify yourself to enter into the pastime of Krishna as soon as possible. So it's a very, very important thing. It's called Vani Seva, serving the order of the spiritual master. I remember one godbrother, I told the other day, he was coming back from some kirtan with a van full of book distributing brahmacharis. He wanted to know, what is the best seva? How can I please you the most, Prabhupada? And Prabhupada says, you love Krishna. So many devotees will ask their spiritual master, how can I please you? The greatest pleasure you can give the spiritual master is to develop your love for Krishna. Just somehow try to awaken feelings of love for Krishna. This is not, Krishna Consciousness movement is not something impersonal. We are connecting with the person named Krishna, who is present right here, right now. We can't see him due to the cataracts we have called lust, anger, greed, madness, illusion, and envy, but actually Krishna is present right here, right now. We have to penetrate through these couplings by serving the order of Krishna, serving the order of Guru. In this way, our consciousness will become clarified and we will see Krishna. So any other question? Yes?
You were speaking about the sinful reactions. We have the stock of sinful reactions. Manifested, not manifested.
Sinful reactions.
Sinful reactions, okay.
Yeah, we have the stock. And I would like you to clarify, because I heard so many things about that. In the moment of initiation, the spiritual master is taking away all the...
99%.
99.
99%, yeah.
I had 100, and that's the problem.
Now 1% is there for you, to purify you.
Yeah, so you explained it a little.
He takes away 99%. And he mercifully leaves you with 1% to chasten you, to help you become purified. That 1% is very special mercy. The spiritual master mercifully leaves you with 1% of your sinful reactions. So you can use those to help yourself see, there's two types of devotees. There's a sadhaka